Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to understand a very important concept related to marketing. Now, whether it is digital marketing, these concepts are still valid and they are very important for you to understand because if you understand these concepts, it helps you in designing your campaign, strategizing your campaign, and choosing the relevant audience for the campaign. Now, one of the biggest success factor behind any campaign is the relevant audience. So if you are able to identify the relevant audience for your campaign, you can see half of the battle is already won. In this lecture, we will be understanding how the consumer behavior is changing, how consumer behavior gets affected, what are the factors which we need to take care of as a marketer, how we can do the segmentation of our target audience, how we can identify that which kind of targeting strategy will be relevant for a particular set of audience, and how we can position our product, position our brand in the mindset of the target audience. So stay tuned and we will be discussing these concepts in so much of detail in this session. Now let's understand first of all digital consumers. What are digital consumers and how their behavior gets affected? So what is a target audience? A target audience is nothing but a group of people who you want to reach out to for selling of your product or services, who might be interested in buying product or services from your company. This group is defined by certain demographics and behavioral attributes which we are going to understand in this lecture. Why we need to identify the target customer? It helps in improving the return on investment. ROI means return on investment. So as I previously mentioned, if you are able to identify the relevant audience who are actually interested in buying your product and services, your costing will be less, you will not waste your money, and you will be able to get more profits. And when more profits are there, then definitely that leads to higher return on investment. It provides you the competitive edge against your competition. So maybe your competitors are not doing this properly, and if you are able to do it, then you are better than your competitors. And lastly, it helps you in developing the brand voice. Brand voice is nothing but the way a company respond to their customers, the way a company interact with their customer. So you will be able to identify and differentiate your brand voice against your competition. For example, Nike, all of you must have heard of. They are into athletic goods manufacturing. So Nike's target audience is basically athletes, fitness aficionados, and sports enthusiasts. The brand often target specific subgroup including women in sports and younger athletes. While the majority of their target audience enjoy professional sports, many of them are also big fan of college sports and rising star on the field or court. Another example is from Cisco, wherein Cisco is basically social media marketing. They used a social media marketing approach, and that helps them in reaching out to their target audience, which are tech professionals. Now let's understand what are the factors which influences the consumer behavior. So number one is your personal factors. What comes under the personal factors? Age of your customer, income of your customer, occupation they are into, lifestyle they follow. Then second is your psychological factors. So what comes under psychological factors? Motivation of the customer or consumer, perception of the consumer about your product, about your brand, learning of the consumer, and lastly attitude and belief system they follow. Then another factor is social factors. So socially, the consumer behavior is defined by the family values, reference groups, role and status. Cultural factors include culture, subculture, and social class. Lastly, consumer behavior also gets affected by the economic factors such as personal income, family income, income expectations, consumer credit, liquid assets they have, and savings they have in their account. And geographical factors include countries and cities they are living in right now. So we will be looking at these factors one by one in more detail to understand it better with relevant examples. Number one, characteristics that affect the consumer behavior under the cultural factors. So cultural factors include buyer's culture. Buyer means consumer or customer. So what culture they belong to, what subculture they belong to, and what social class they belong to. That also affect the consumer behavior. Social factors include reference groups, family, role, and status. So what are these? Culture. Now culture is the learned values, perceptions, wants, and behavior from family and other important institutions. So we very often say that this is a Western culture or this is an Indian culture, right? So because we have specific perceptions, we have specific value system differently. In India we have different value system. In the Western countries we have the different value system, and that's how. So together when we have different values, different perceptions, so that constitutes the culture of particular customer. Subcultures they are group of people within a culture with shared value system based on common life experiences and situation. For example, Chinese, Indians, Malays, Eurasians. Now if I talk about Indian culture, right? So Indian culture, and under Indian culture we can have subcultures like Gujarati. Gujarati is a subculture. People belongs to Gujarat. They follow a certain different food habits. They wear different clothing, right? Then we can say Tamilians, right? We can say Malayalis, or we can say Punjabi, right? So these are the different subcultures under the Indian culture. Social class are basically society's permanent and ordered division whose members share similar value, interest, and behavior. So social class basically we decide on the basis of occupation they are into, on the basis of income, on the basis of education, on the basis of wealth, and other variables. So what are the major social classes comes into play? Like upper class, middle class, lower class, lower middle class, upper middle class, ultra HNI. These are the different social classes based on the income they are having. Then under the social factors, we have groups. Membership groups, they have a direct influence into which a person belongs. So these are groups where you have taken some kind of a membership. So when you take membership to a group, so that becomes membership groups. So like we have photographic groups, we have journalism groups, we have artist groups, and likewise. Then we have aspirational groups. So aspirational groups are groups to which a individual wants to belong, right? So maybe there is a club in your area, right? And in that club only the rich people visits, rich people go. So that becomes your aspirational groups, that tomorrow or sometime later I also want to be part of this group. I also want to join this kind of a premium club. Reference groups are that form of a comparison or reference in forming attitude or behavior. So they are kind of an aspirational group, but it is like you use it for comparison. So you are part of a certain group and then you compare it with the other group. So that becomes the reference groups. Then under the social factors, we have opinion leaders. They are people within a reference group with special skills, knowledge, personality, or other characteristics that can exert social influence on others. So there we use basically it in buzz marketing. that enlist opinion leader to spread the word, or maybe social networking. You must have heard of influencer marketing. So influencers are nothing but they are the opinion leaders. They have expertise in a particular domain. They have developed a niche for themselves. Likewise, in case of opinion leader, you must have heard of if any personality, any renowned personality in a specific field is talking about something, then people tend to trust that. For example, if it is a sports related equipment and Sachin Tendulkar is promoting it, then definitely your trust factor will be more, because Sachin Tendulkar is a sportsman and he is promoting the sports product. So that becomes the opinion leader, because Sachin Tendulkar belongs to the sports category. Now tomorrow, if Sachin Tendulkar is promoting some food item, so maybe you may not find that kind of a trust with that advertisement or that content, because you understand that Sachin Tendulkar is not into food, but he is into sports. Then comes social factors. So social factors include family, which is definitely the most important factor in deciding the consumer buying behavior. Then comes social role and status. So what kind of status somebody is enjoying and what role they are playing in the society, that also shapes the consumer behavior. Then comes personal factor. Personal factors, they are basically the demographical factor that includes age, their life cycle stage, like whether they are unmarried, married, parents married with 2 children and like that. Occupation, their economic situation, the kind of lifestyle they are enjoying, the personality and the self-concept they have about themselves. Psychological factors include motivation, how they get motivated, what are their perception about something, how do they learn about brand or product, or what are the beliefs and attitude system they follow as a person. So personal factors include personal characteristics, which are all the demographical factors which we have just talked about. So such as under the age and life cycle stage, in order to understand the example, Royal Bank of Canada, they have identified 5 life stage segments. Youth, younger than 18 years for the bank account. Getting started, 18 to 35 years. Builders, 35 to 50 years. Accumulators, 50 to 60 years. And preservers, over 60 years. So these are basically related to the money which they have in their bank account. So getting started means somebody is starting earning the lifestyle, the income. Builders, they are building the wealth right now. Accumulators, they are accumulating the wealth. Now they are not spending it anywhere. And preservers, they are the retired population, and they want to preserve whatever life income they have earned so that they can live peacefully. For example, similar to Nike, we can have a younger audience, children, students who are getting into sports right now. Then we have professional athletes, those who are absolutely into the athletics professionally. And then we have athletes which are non-professional. So likewise, we define the age group for our relevant audience, and we identify the life cycle stage of the audience, so that accordingly we can design the advertisement, we can strategize the campaign accordingly. Occupation affects basically it impacts on the pricing of the product. So occupation as well as the economic situation they are into. Economic situation include their personal income, the savings they have maintained, and interest rate they are having. Every person with different occupation, they try to buy different products. People buy products as per the personal income level also. For example, mobile phone category. So if somebody is into lower income segment, they will buy a cheaper mobile phone, maybe something from Vivo or something from Oppo. But if somebody is having a very high income, then definitely they will buy iPhone mobile phones. So as per the income we we choose the different products and services. Lifestyle, it is a pattern of living as expressed by the psychographic of the customer. So in order to measure the lifestyle, we look at the activities, we look at the interest and opinion of the customer, so that we can understand what kind of lifestyle they follow. For example, luxury lifestyle. Somebody is always go to luxury hotels, uses a luxury car, uses a luxury mobile phone, wear luxury clothes, go to private luxury destinations for holiday, and likewise. So that defines the lifestyle. Oh, this person has a luxury lifestyle, right? Personality and self-concept means that refers to the unique psychological characteristics that lead to consistent and lasting response to the consumer's environment. How somebody's personality is, right? So personality is a long-lasting impact. Somebody is outspoken. They speak boldly wherever they are. Some of them are introverts. So that is a personality. I have a introvert personality, I have an extrovert personality, and likewise. And that again helps in deciding the behavior of the consumer, that what kind of product you are going to choose. Psychological factors, that includes motivation. Motivation is nothing but it is a motive. Any motive should be there behind a need that is sufficiently pressing to direct the person to seek satisfaction. For example, why do you buy, why you go to Zomato or Swiggy, right? So the motivation was that you are feeling hungry, right? Or maybe you want to pass some time. So that is a motivation. In order to satisfy that motive, you go to Zomato and Swiggy and place some order for buying the food. So motivation research we conduct for the consumer using the qualitative research, wherein we conduct the surveys from the customer, we take their feedback, and then on the basis of that we try to understand what kind of motivations they have for a respective product or service. Under the psychological factors, there is a very important model which was given by Abraham Maslow, that is a hierarchy of need, and that specifically define how a consumer's decisions move as per the stage of the need they are into. So as a human being, for every human being, the first need is my physiological needs, which is related to my body, food, water, clothing, right? That is a physiological need. Once these needs are fulfilled, I am earning enough so that I can eat well, I can wear well, then I will move to the safety needs, wherein I must be having my own house, I must be having safe environment, I must be living in a safe environment. Once that is fulfilled, then I will move towards the social need, wherein I am looking for love, I am looking for sense of belonging. So I will try to find more groups where I can be part of. I get married so that I can have a companion with me. Once these needs are fulfilled, I have family, I have kids, I have friends, I have groups. Then we go to the esteem needs, wherein I need recognition in the society. When I want that people start recognizing me, that is there for self-esteem. And once that is done, then the top order need hierarchy is the self-actualization need, wherein when all the needs are fulfilled, you just focus on making the better version of yourself every day, right? So that is one of the most important model which is used in the marketing studies to understand the consumer behavior pattern. Psychological factors also include perception. Perception is basically how we see, how we select, how we organize, how we interpret information to form a meaningful picture. So we have the basic process which is used in selective attention. We give attention to something which is important for us, right? So maybe you are in a market and it is a crowded market, you are there to buy shoes. So your focus will go to only those shops where shoes are being displayed in the display, right? That is the selective attention. Selective distortion, you remove all the other factors which are coming in between you and the shoe shop. So whatever shops are coming in between, you try to remove those distortions and you just focus on that. And selective retention, you retain the information. Maybe you have passed by 2-3 shops which are carrying shoes, but you did not like them in the display, but you still keep them retained in your memory, because if you have to come back and you have to refer to that again, so you will be able to do that. So that is how we form the perception about a product or a service. This is what I have explained. Selective attention is the tendency for people to screen out most of the information to which they are exposed. Selective distortion is the tendency for people to interpret information in a way that will support what they already believe. And selective retention is the tendency to remember good points made about a brand they favor and to forget good points about the competing brands. So whenever you watch advertisement, right? So first of all, you focus only on that part which provides you some information about it. Selective distortion, you just focus on that information which you want to believe, which you already believe, right? And selective retention is you forget the bad point about the product or the brand, and you just focus on the good points about it. Learning is the changes in individual behavior arising from experience and occur through drive, stimulus, some kind of cues, responses, or reinforcement. So we keep on learning every day, right? So a very small example to understand is when a child is there and when they touch the hot utensil, they feel hot and they take away their hand back, and then they have learnt it. Next time they will not touch anything which looks similar to that or which is hot. So we also keep on learning with respect to products and services. We also keep on learning with respect to different brands which are there in the market, and that is how that help us in defining our motivation or perception. Then comes beliefs and attitude system, which is again part of psychological factors. So belief is basically your knowledge, your opinion, your faith about some products. So for example, Mama Earth. So Mama Earth, you have a belief that they develop only the nature-friendly products, right? And all their products are organic and they don't use any chemical. That is your opinion, that is your belief, that is your knowledge, that is your faith in that particular brand. Attitude describes a person's relatively consistent evaluations, feelings, and tendency toward an object or idea. So for certain products you have a certain attitude. For example, KFC. If you are a vegetarian person, you may not want to buy anything from KFC, right? Although they are selling the vegetarian burgers and all, because you know that most of their items are non-veg, and you have an attitude towards that brand that the other food items may be contaminated with non-veg. So you will not go to that, and instead you will go to a brand which is only selling the pure vegetarian food item. Now, after understanding the different factors which contributes towards the consumer behavior, let's understand the buying decision behavior, right? So those are the factors which help us understand who will be the target audience. Now this metrics will help us understand how a consumer buy, right? How they get motivated, what kind of process they follow for buying any product or service. So we divide this into this metrics, wherein on the x-axis we have significant differences between brand and few differences between brand, right? So there are few products wherein you will find significant differences between brand. For example, if I talk about Starbucks coffee versus local coffee, few differences between brands. That is a mobile phone category. Generally, nearly all the mobile phones having the same kind of features. Then high involvement of the consumer or low involvement of the consumer. When there are significant differences between the brand, when the brands are very different from each other and a high involvement is there of the consumer, so that is called as complex buying behavior. The buying behavior is very complex in that case. If there are very few differences between brands and there is high involvement, that is called as dissonance reducing buying behavior. If there is a low involvement from the consumer but there are significant differences between the brand, that is called as variety seeking buying behavior, a consumer who looks for variety. There is a low involvement and then few differences between the brands, so that becomes the habitual buying behavior. A consumer is habitual of buying certain brand, a certain product. So let's look at these buying behavior one by one. Number one is complex buying behavior. It occurs when consumers are highly motivated in purchase and perceive significant differences among brands. Right? So these purchasers are motivated when product is expensive. They seek luxury. They want to have luxury. The product is risky. The product is purchased infrequently. Product is highly self-expressive. Another good example of this is real estate, right? So when you are going to buy a flat, that is an expensive product. There is a significant differences between the brand. So all the developers, they provide different kind of services and amenities with the flat. So the consumer will get motivated when there are significant differences and when they are buying infrequently, because flat is something which you don't buy every day, right? You buy it maybe 10 year, 20 year, 30 year once in that time period. Dissonance reducing behavior occur when consumers are highly involved within expensive, infrequent or risky purchase but see little difference among brands, right? So that occurs when the consumer notice certain disadvantage of the product purchase or hear favorable thing about a product not purchased. One such good example is the automobile sector. So under the automobile, again, this is an infrequent buying behavior wherein you don't buy a car every day, right? And these are expensive also. But when you notice certain disadvantage of the product, maybe after buying the product you find that this car is not good. This is not giving me good performance. So that is where when you get into another purchase. So this becomes the dissonance reducing buying behavior. Habitual buying behavior occur when consumers have low involvement and there is little significant brand difference. And lastly is so example of habitual buying is no extensive search for brand information. You don't do a lot of search. It is part of your habitual and you just buy that particular product without conducting any further research. Little evaluation of brand characteristics, passive reception of brand information, brand attitude is weak. For example, headphones. So headphone is a product wherein you don't conduct that exhaustive research. It is not that expensive, right? And there is very low significant difference between the brands. When you talk about different brands of headphones, the difference is not that much. Variety seeking buying behavior occur when consumers have low involvement and there are significant brand differences. Now, coming to the buyer decision process. So what process a buyer follow? For example, if you want to buy a product today, let's say you want to buy a laptop. Now, what kind of process you follow? Number one is need recognition. We'll discuss this one by one. So the 5 stages in this process is need recognition, information search, evaluation of the alternatives, purchase decision, and then post-purchase behavior. So let's see. Need recognition. Need recognition occur when the buyer recognizes a problem or need triggered by internal stimuli or external stimuli. Now what are these? So I'm coming back to my laptop example. Today I want to buy a new laptop. Now what is a need? Why do I want to buy a new laptop? Now, internal stimuli, I'm not satisfied with my current laptop. The performance is lacking, right? Or maybe I just want to buy, right? There is something new product in the market. there is a new laptop with which is supported by AI, and I want to buy that. External stimuli could be you have enrolled into a program, maybe an architecture program, and that includes very heavy software to be installed, and your current laptop does not support that, right? So in that case, that is a stimulus which create a need that you need a better laptop, you need a new laptop with the better configuration. This is one example. Number two, another could be, let's say today I want to go to a restaurant for having dinner. Now, what is a need recognition? Need recognition over here is basically the internal stimuli. I'm getting bored of daily home cooked food, and today I need something special, right? So that is why I want to go to the restaurant today to have dinner. External stimuli could be, there is a party, right? I have my birthday today, I have Christmas celebration going on around me, and I want to enjoy. So that is the external stimuli that takes me to that created this need to go to the restaurant to have dinner over there. Then after the need is created, then what do? I will do the information search. So I will start conducting my research. What is the strength of the drive? What is the amount of information you have? The ease of obtaining the information, the value placed on additional information, and the satisfaction from searching. So I'm coming back to my example of laptop. So I had a need that I need a new laptop, a new upgraded laptop. Now I will go to Google and I will start searching for the options available for this new laptop. So I will start searching for AI enabled laptop, laptop with heavy configurations, laptop which can support this kind of a software, and likewise, right? So first one was need, which was arised for buying the laptop. Then I am conducting the information search. Now under the information search, you use your personal sources. You may refer to your family and friends. You speak to your friends, those who are with you in the same class, and you ask them, hey, what kind of laptop you are using? Which brand of laptop you are using? Is it good? Right? So they will give you their opinion. They will give you their suggestions. You will use commercial sources, which is internet or advertising. So you will go to Google or you will go to YouTube and try to look out for the options. Public sources, you will see mass media if there is any newspaper advertisement which you want to refer to, or experiential sources, handling, examining, or using the product. Maybe for the past 10 years you are comfortable with HP laptop and you don't want to change it. So you will directly go to HP website and try to find out, do they provide AI enabled laptops or not, right? So these are all sources of the information while conducting the information search. Other sources are when it comes to the personal sources, when you are collecting information from your family, friends, neighbors, acquaintances, then the role is legitimize or evaluate, because you trust these people and you understand that whatever information they are going to provide, that is going to be the legitimate information. Commercial source of information, which could be advertising, salespeople, website, dealers, packaging, or display. So this is basically for the information. So you collect a lot of information from these places. Public source of information, which is mass media, consumer rating, internet searches. So again, this is for the information purposes. Experiential, which is personal handling. This is you used for the evaluation. You evaluate whether your decision is right or wrong. Third stage comes. So first is need identification, which is based on the stimulus, internal or external. Second is information search. Now third is evaluation of alternative. So after speaking to my family, after speaking to my friends, after visiting Google, after going to different websites, I found out that there are 3 brands of laptop which are providing AI enabled laptops. One is Dell, second is HP, and third is Lenovo. So now I will evaluate these alternatives. whether out of these three, which one is better. So again, I will use some of the internet sources. I will go to some review websites. I will see HP versus Dell versus Lenovo, how their performance is. I will look at the ratings, the reviews, the comments, the feedback given by the earlier customer, and then on the basis of that, I will evaluate that out of these three, which one I am going to buy. Then comes purchase decision. So lastly, after identifying all of this information, I found out that okay, I'm going ahead with the Lenovo laptop because people are talking good about it. It has more features than HP or Dell, and it is falling under my buying capacity also. So I will go to e-commerce platform, Amazon, Flipkart, to get a better deal, or maybe I go to their website, or maybe I go to their physical store and buy the Lenovo laptop from there. Then comes post-purchase decision. After buying the Lenovo laptop, then you will again look at your expectations and check whether this laptop is fulfilling the expectations or not, whether the product's perceived performance is there or not, whatever information you have collected in the information search, is the product able to fulfill that part or not, right? So that comes under the product's perceived performance. The larger the gap between the expectation and performance, the greater the consumer dissatisfaction. So after buying the product, once you started using, you found out that no, it is not meeting my criteria, it is not meeting my requirement. So there is a gap. On the internet, on various other sources, you found that people are talking a lot of good thing about this laptop, but this is not fulfilling my requirement. So there you get dissatisfied. So that is a customer dissatisfaction. And there is another concept related to it, and that is called as cognitive dissonance, which is the discomfort caused by a post-purchase conflict. So you will be very discomforted about it because you have invested your money, you have spent a good amount of money in buying this product, and now you are dissatisfied about it. So customer, another post-purchase decision, it could be satisfaction. That was dissatisfaction. Now, if your expectations are meeting the product performance, then you will be a satisfied customer. So satisfied customer leads to repeat purchase. Next time, if you want to buy any other laptop, you will buy Lenovo laptop. You will give favorable word of mouth. Now you will tell your family and friend members about the performance of this product. You will pay less attention to the competition, right? You are not bothered what HP or Dell is promoting because you are happy with the product. You purchase of other products from the company, so that will be limited now. You will buy all the product from Lenovo, and that increases the customer lifetime value. So customer lifetime value is for the entire duration of the period when you are associated with a brand, how many products you have bought. So today I have bought Lenovo laptop. Maybe I'm so happy with the product that tomorrow I will buy Lenovo desktop. Tomorrow I will buy Lenovo keyboard, Lenovo mouse, and likewise. So that is increasing the customer lifetime value for Lenovo. All those parameters which we have discussed, they are related to the consumer behavior, wherein we have seen the factors which are affecting the consumer behavior, like personal factors, psychological factors, social factors, and likewise. Now we will see how to select the target market, right? So under the target market selection, we follow a model called STP model, and STP stands for segmentation, which is identifying similar group of customers, dividing the market into different groups, right? Targeting, which is determining the strategy by which you want to reach out to these different groups, and positioning, which is position your brand in such a way that people are able to relate to your brand and they are easily able to remember your brand. So these concepts now we will discuss in more detail. Okay, so let's understand the concept of segmentation first. Now, for the segmentation purpose, segmentation, as we have understood, the basic meaning is grouping the customers into different buckets or different categories. So number one type of segmentation is geographic segmentation. You want to group your customer as per the location they belong to. For example, metro cities, customers who are living in metro cities, customers who are living in tier 1 cities, customers who are living in tier 2 cities, and likewise. So segmenting the market based on geographic location is the basic segmentation method. You just identify the location and then you create your different group of customers. The purpose of this different group will be your targeting strategies will be different, your pricing will be different, your promotion practices will be different for the different segments. Then comes demographic segmentation. So we categorize our group of customer as per the age, that is whether they are teenagers, whether they are adults, or whether they are retired. Then as per the gender, male, female, or transgender. Occupation, which is student, whether they are into service sector or they are into household, or industrial sector, which sector they belong to. Are they belong to large sector, small sector, or tiny sector? One example to understand this concept is, for example, I am promoting Beardo. Now Beardo is a beard shaping or beard trimming company, and most of their products are suitable for male, right? So in that case, I have created two segments for my audiences. My primary customer is male, so my primary segment will be male who are the end user of this product, and my secondary audience will be female because they are not the end user, but they may want to buy the product for gifting purposes, right? They want to gift it to their brother, husband, boyfriend, or whatever. Likewise, in the as per the occupation. So if I am representing HP laptop, so one of the segment is my student segment. They need basic configuration laptop, and the price of the product will be cheaper. Then I have the professional segment, wherein they don't mind paying a good amount of money for a laptop, but they need extra features in the laptop. So that is how I segment my different customers as per these parameters. Other demographic segmentation parameters are trade, whether they are into wholesale, whether they are into retail, or whether they are into exports. As per the income level, higher income, middle income, or lower income. For example, when I'm coming again with the example of mobile phone. So I have, if I take an example of Samsung. So Samsung Fold is for the higher income segment. Samsung basic phone is for the lower income segment, and then we have the middle range of the Samsung mobile phones, that is for the middle income segment. So as per the income level, we also segment our customers. As per the family life cycle, whether they are young and single, whether they are young married and no children, whether they are young married and youngest children under 6. So one of the good example is, let's say I am promoting education company, and in that case my target audience are basically students, so I can target young single. So my ad copies, my advertisement will be different for young single, and my advertisement will be different for young married and no children. Psychographic segmentation. So there we use different psychographical parameters, such as innovators. These individuals are eager to embrace new ideas. They possess strong inclination toward adventure and are enthusiastic about possibility of occasional unpleasant experiences a new product. So innovators are those customers, basically those who want to try new. Every time they are looking for trying new ideas. So maybe you are coming up with a new technological product. You have come up with a new phone like nothing, right? So innovator segment of customers are those who will definitely buy this nothing mobile phone, because they always in search of the new ideas or new products or new services. Early adopters, these are basically influential figures, and they basically adopt anything which is new, and they are kind of influencers. So you must have seen some influencers account. They provide some reviews about different products. So how they are able to provide the reviews? Because they are the early adopters. The moment any product which comes into the market, they buy the product and then they start giving the review about that particular product. Early majority, this group has a tendency to consider before deciding to accept a new product. The members have crucial role in validating an invention, but they are rarely the ones leading it. So they evaluate the product. Whenever a new product comes into the market, they wait for some time. They let other people to buy the product and share their reviews. And after getting their reviews and feedback, they make their decision whether to buy the product or not. Late majority, this group is very cautious and embraces new idea only when an invention has gained public trust. So when a new brand is launched, they never buy it because it's a new brand. They don't trust it. When more people started using it and when more people started talking about the benefit of it, then they get into the that particular product and then they buy any such product or service. For example, when Cred was launched, these were the customers. They don't get into installing the Cred app because they don't trust the new technology that much. But when a lot of people have installed Cred and they started using it and they started talking, the benefits of using Cred, then they have adopted that kind of a product. Laggards are individual. They have a tendency to focus on the past. They harbor skepticism towards change and advancement. By the time consumer chooses to embrace a product, it is possible that a newer version has already superseded it. One such example is there is a customer who was into Android mobile phone and now they want to get into a iPhone, right? So now they are thinking to buy iPhone 12. By the time they are thinking of buying iPhone 12, already iPhone 16 is there in the market, right? So they are the laggards. They are the late. They are the last to join the party. Another example could be somebody is buying Windows 3, Intel 3 laptop, and in the market right now, Intel 9 already is going on. So right, they are laggards. When Intel 9 is going on, they are thinking of buying Intel 3. Then comes behavioral segmentation. So this method classifies client into market segment based on their familiarity, disposition, and utilization of tangible goods. So one is your buying event. Buyers can be categorized according to their utilization habit of a product or service. For example, individuals who engage in air travel may do so either for professional reason or for recreational interest. So as a result, one airline may position itself as catering specifically to business travelers, while another may concentrate on luring holiday makers. So they target on the behavior of the audience. So there are people who always air travel for the business purposes, and there are customers who always travel for the holiday purposes. So that's how the airline can differentiate its product and services for working professional and for holiday travelers. As per the desired benefit, so consumer can be classified on the primary benefit they seek in a product. So for instance, traveler may choose economy class for its affordability, while other prefer executive class for its prestige and comfort. That is the benefit I'm looking for, right? While I'm traveling, I'm looking for more comfort. There is another set of segment. They are looking only for the price part. User status. Potential buyer can be divided into frequent user, occasional user, or non-user. Frequent users are they frequently travel through airline. Occasional user, they once or twice in a year they go through airlines, and non-user, they have never experienced the airline functionality. So again, I will segment my users accordingly. For frequent users, I will be talking much on the comfort which they can get. Occasional users, I can come up with the lesser price or discount on my price. And new users, I can motivate them that how you can travel easily, and you can save your time if you travel through airlines. Then comes benefit based segmentation. Number one is the status seeker. So these are the buyers who concerned with the brand's prestige. For example, Apple. So people who buy Apple, they seek a status in the society, right? Because Apple is considered to be any product which is owned by HNI segment, high net worth individual or VIP kind of a people. So these are the people who buy such product just to get the status of that audience. The swingers, this group tries to be modern and up to date in all activities. So swingers, they buy very attractive and new technology, right? That segregate them into a cool looking audience. The conservative, these prefer popular brand and successful companies. So they don't want to try, right? And they don't want to take risk. They always trust only the successful companies and already established brands. The rational man, this group seek benefit which are economical, provide value, durable, and likewise. So they evaluate everything. What is the price? What are the benefits I'm getting? Whether it is worthful or not, whether it is valuable or not, and then they decide to buy any particular product. The inner directed man, they are concerned with self-concept. For example, sense of humor, independence, honesty, etc. For example, Tata. So there are a group of people who believe that the whatever actions taken by Mr. Ratan Tata, they were always the country oriented, and that is how they always prefer Tata products than on any other company's product. The hedonist, the main concern of group is related to the sensory benefit. Sensory benefit is related to all the senses, taste, touch, feel, see. So they are looking for products which are good to see, which are good looking in see, in watching, in viewing. They prefer the product which is good for taste. They prefer the product which is good for skin, right? So like that, they always focus on the sensory related benefits. Then comes technographic segmentation. So I can segment my customers on the basis of whether they are mobile users, whether they are desktop users, whether they use specific apps, or whether they use specific software. Need-based segment, product or service must have a need for specific customer and group. And lastly is value-based, economic value of specific customer group on the business. So these are different segmentation. While we are conducting the marketing research, so we can identify different segment of our audiences, and these segmentation will help in strategizing the marketing campaign for reaching out to the target audience in an effective manner. So what are the importance of this marketing segmentation? It helps you in better understand your customers. It helps you in running the targeted marketing campaigns, which we have discussed in the beginning, that help you in improving the return on investment. That this segmentation helps in improving the customer satisfaction overall, because as per the respective segment of the audience, you can design and you can sell the respective products. You can efficiently allocate your resources, and this kind of a segmentation will give you the competitive advantage over your competition. Then market expansion opportunities. So with proper segmentation, you can identify that which location, which geographical areas your products are not available, but your customers are available, and that gives you an opportunity to reach out to those kind of markets as well. Now let's look at some of the examples of what we have discussed so far. So Apple focuses on the lifestyle segmentation. Since their products are the epitome of paying for the brand name, everyone understand, right? Because when you're buying an Apple product, you are basically paying that extra price for the branding. It focuses on business professionals, audiophiles, designers, and teenagers. Position their product as a premium, high performance, and sleek product. Now let's look at the targeting strategies. So segmentation is creating the groups of the customers as per different parameters which we have already seen. Now once we have these different groups available with us, how we can reach out to them? What kind of targeting strategies can be followed for reaching out to these type of customers? Number one is your undifferentiated marketing. Undifferentiated marketing is also called as mass marketing, wherein you don't focus on the segments, right? Instead of segment, you just enter into the market and you reach out to each and every one for promoting your product and services. For example, Coca-Cola. In case of Coca-Cola, it's a cold drink and there is no such segments which are available. Anyone, whether it is a student, whether it is a retired, whether it is working professional, whether it is high class, whether it is low class, all of them, they drink cold drink, right? So in that case, I follow the mass marketing. For example, Tata Salt. Tata Salt follows the mass marketing. And likewise, you can see other example, maybe Nescafe, Kellogg's, or maybe L'Oreal, Gillette, and likewise. So there you don't have a specific audience or specific segment to reach out to, but you want to reach out to the entire market. Then comes a differentiated marketing, wherein you follow different approaches as per the segment and you reach out to them with different marketing campaign. For example, General Motor aim to cater to various customer segments by producing cars that cater to different budget, purpose and personalities. Hindustan Unilever and Procter & Gamble, they also come up with different brands of soaps and laundry detergents. Under Hindustan Unilever, you will find L'Oreal, you will find Lux soap, you will find Dove soap, and likewise. And all these products are with different prices, right? So they try to reach out to different market segment with the different kind of a product. Concentrated marketing or niche marketing. This is basically designed for a particular niche of the segment. So it is a strategic approach where a company chooses to target one or a few smaller segment or niche instead of pursuing a small share of larger market. For example, Nirma. It began by exclusively targeting the market for low-priced detergent in rural and semi-urban areas and eventually became one of the India's leading detergent brands. That's how the concentrated marketing works. Micro-marketing is an approach that involves tailoring product and marketing program for the unique preferences and need of specific individual and location. For example, Zappos.com. So Zappos is an online shoe retailer which emphasizing creating value for its target customer through personalized experiences. So they offer features like free and fast shipping, easy return, and exceptional customer service. Another example of micro-marketing is Rolls-Royce. Now Rolls-Royce, they reach out to a specific ultra HNI segment of the world, and each and every product is highly customized to the requirement and need of that particular customer. So they also follow this kind of a micro-marketing strategy. Local marketing, that involves customizing brand and promotional effort to meet the unique needs and preferences of local customer group. For example, Starbucks, they follow this location-based marketing and they have introduced a store locator service for mobile device. Customer can easily find the nearest Starbucks shop by sending a text message with their zip code and receiving a prompt response with up to 3 nearby store locations. So it is one of the unique feature which Starbucks is providing. They have given a number, you just text your zip code on that number and they will send you 3 nearby locations of the Starbucks cafe. Individual marketing, or you can call it as one-to-one marketing or personalized marketing, wherein it is a customer-centric approach that focuses on tailoring product and marketing program to meet the specific need of individual customer. For example, Dell, wherein you can configure your custom computers. You go to Dell website and you can configure your computer yourself. What kind of memory you require, what kind of RAM you require, what kind of screen size you require. So that can be customized automatically. There is a branches hockey. Basically, this is a hockey manufacturing company. They make hockey sticks, and based on your individual preferences, you can design your hockey stick. You can choose the wood of the hockey stick, and likewise. Nike offer the options to personalize sneaker with various colors and custom embroidery. M&M with their photo and personal messages printed on each candy. So these are the personalized kind of target marketing which you can do. Even Apple also does that. if you want name printed on your Apple tablet, you can just go to Apple website and you can customize that Apple tablet with your name. So when that product will come, that will be having your personal name written on that tablet. Now the last concept is related to positioning. So we understood segmentation, which is identification or grouping the customers as per different criteria. We learned about targeting, how we can reach out to these different segments, and now how we can position our product and brand into the market. So in order to understand the positioning, let's look at the types of the positioning. One is symbolic positioning. Symbolic positioning is also known as lifestyle positioning. You can figure out this kind of a positioning by asking what kind of image you want to project. For example, Marlboro Man. Marlboro Man is into cigarette making, and they have positioned themselves as a product which is used by macho man. Another example is Thumbs Up. So Thumbs Up has positioned itself that it is not for boys, it is for man, right? That is why they have used Salman Khan for a quite good number of years as their brand ambassador. Then comes functional positioning. What particular problems your product or service solve and how they make their lives easier. So functional positioning example is Philips. Now you understand Philips products are very helpful, and they have a range of product which can solve every problem from your household kitchen to even your offices. Third is your experiential positioning. What kind of experience you give to your customer. For example, Taj group of hotels, right? So you understand the moment you heard Taj Hotel, you start imagining the experience which you are going to get over there. That is how they have positioned themselves in the market, because of the experience they are giving to the customer. Another example is Etihad Airways, right? Etihad Airways, they again provide the best of the experience to the consumers, and that is where that kind of positioning has been made by the consumers for that particular brand. So what kind of positioning strategies are used? Product pricing strategy. So in this, you just focus only on the pricing of the product, and you try to create a positioning for your product, whether it is a luxury product or whether it is a cheaper product. Product positioning strategy. So you choose a quality standard for your goods, making it lasting product. When it is possible to make improvement or modification along the route, you have a robust positioning that offers the quality. Unique value proposition. You must have heard of this word. What is your USP? What is your unique value proposition? It does not lie in the ability to create the most distinctive one with the most spectacular language. Competitive positioning entails more than simply observing and improving upon the strategies of other businesses. So you will look at what other competitors are doing in your industry, and then accordingly you focus on your brand building. Some examples: Nike, they attempted to position their product as something available to all by making it seem that athletics can be done by anyone. Coca-Cola, they try to position their drink as something that brings happiness and well-being. In order to understand the positioning of a particular product, we use a tool in marketing, and that tool is called as Perceptual Maps. So let's see what are these Perceptual Maps. It is nothing but a graphical depiction of relative location of your competitors. It is a convenient method to evaluate firms, and which is used mainly by the marketing research companies. So this is how we plot the perceptual map. There are x-axis and y-axis. So you choose two parameters at a time for plotting the perceptual map for any product or any service. So for example, I want to introduce a new product in the coffee domain, right? So under the coffee domain, we know that we already have Nescafe, we have Starbucks, we have Cafe Coffee Day, and likewise. So how do I identify my gap in this area? So I will plot the perceptual map on x and y axis. One of the axis will be price, whether price is high or low. And then another one is customized, high customization or low customization. Now we understand there are vegan category of customers, and they prefer non-dairy milk in their coffee. So let's say on the high price, Starbucks is available, and they provide medium kind of customization. And on the lower axis, we have Cafe Coffee Day. They have a cheaper price, but they don't provide any kind of customization. So in between, there is a gap. I can come up with a product which is highly customized. You can choose your coffee beans, you can choose your milk, you can choose even your sugar, and I have priced that product in middle of Starbucks and Nescafe. So that's how this kind of a positioning map or perceptual map helped me identify where are the gaps in the industry, where I can come up with my new product, and what factors I can focus on while building up my new product. What are the advantages of perceptual map? The system is straightforward and user friendly. This tool is very simple to use. Anyone can use it. It is not complicated. You just have to use x-axis and y-axis. You have to conduct secondary market research using internet and other reports, and you can identify where these respective brands are falling. The development process is efficient and rapid. Easily you can develop the perceptual maps. The task can be completed individually, in person as a team, or remotely as a group. It offers a comprehensive analysis of your market position in comparison to your competitors. And what are the constants of perceptual map? So the effectiveness of perceptual map relies on choosing appropriate axis label. If you have not identified the correct label for the different axis, then you are not going to prepare a good perceptual map. The level of granularity is limited, providing a brief overview. The framework primarily accommodates 2 metrics per firm. At one time, you can only use 2 metrics. If you want to use more metrics, you have to create multiple perceptual maps. Lastly, positioning might be a matter of personal perspective. Sometimes, personal perspective also comes into play. Maybe, you personally think that Starbucks coffee is an expensive coffee, but maybe that is not, right? So personal perspective or personal bias is the part of the perceptual maps. Now let's understand this, positioning part, or I would say this entire STP model, segmentation, targeting and positioning model, with a very beautiful use case over here. Marriott International, they own a number of different hotel chains that target specific consumer group. Now they have developed different portfolios of their hotels for different segment of the customers. Luxury, this segment target the luxury customer and luxury experiences. So under the Marriott International, they have the Ritz-Carlton, St. Regis and JW Marriott. So these hotels are for the luxury experiences and for the luxury consumers. So you can understand the pricing would be high. Premium, it targets younger couple and business consumer. It provides sophisticated and chic hotels. So the hotel they have under this category is Sheraton, Le Méridien and Westin. So guys, these are different brands of Marriott International only. The parent company is Marriott International, and under that they have these different brands for the specific consumers. They have a select group of hotels that target seasoned travelers, provide smart and modern amenities, which is Courtyard by Marriott, 4 Points by Sheraton, Aloft Hotels and Moxie Hotels. For the longer stay, people who are who prefer longer stay, maybe somebody who has relocated to some other location or something like that. So that target families with children. Their amenities are designed for longer vacations that mirror the comfort of the home. So they have Marriott executive apartments, they have town place suites, they have homes and villas by Marriott Bonvoy. Then they have a collection group of hotel which target very high end luxury consumer looking for spatial and unique experience. Collection accommodations offer distinctive and luxurious experiences. For example, Autograph Collection hotels, Marriott International Tribute portfolio. These are very ultra luxury kind of properties. Another example to understand STP is MACD. So let's see. Segmentation. MACD has segmented their customer on the basis of demographics, happy meal for children's, and value meal for budget conscious consumers. Psychographic segmentation. They have used healthy options for health conscious individuals and late night hours for convenience seeking consumers. Behavioral. They tailored options for regular customers and they have promotions to attract the occasional visitors. What kind of targeting they use? Families, family-friendly atmosphere with play areas, offering happy meals, targeting parents and children. Young adults, they have introduced classic burgers to trendy items like wrap and salad, which go with the younger audience. Teens, they have affordable items, quick service, and place to hang out. And lastly, for children, they have happy meals, they have toys, and they have colorful packaging for these kind of happy meals. How they have positioned themselves? Convenience positioning, or you can say experiential positioning. Fast service, drive-through options are available, extended hours are available, and position themselves as quick and convenient dining option. On the basis of affordability, they have value menus, combo meals, and targeting budget conscious consumers. On the basis of variety, they have diverse menu from classic burger to salad and even healthier options. And for consistency, they have consistent quality and taste across its global location. So you go to MACD in every part of the country, every part of the globe, you will find the same taste, you will find the same quality, you will find the same experience.